Good morning. Welcome to your 45-minute full body stretch and breathe class this morning. My name is Faye, and if you're tuning in here for the first time, if you want to go ahead and drop a comment down below, let me know where you're tuning in from and how you are feeling today. I'd love to do a little check-in with our new friends here, and if you're a returning friend as well, please drop a comment down below and say hi. I'd love to check in and see how you are doing as well. For today's class, if you'd like some additional props to support your practice, I would recommend one set of blocks and a blanket or a pillow to help support you. But if you don't have those, it's perfectly fine to practice without them. So let's go ahead and get into it. Come to hands and knees. The wrists are underneath shoulders, knees are underneath hips. Separate your knees just a little bit wider than your hips. Bring your big toes to kiss behind you and send your hips back towards your heels. If your bottom doesn't come all the way down to your heels, that's no worries. You can always take your blanket right underneath you or your pillow or even a block there. And then you can place a block underneath your forehead if you'd like, or just relax it onto the mat in front of you. Your arms can be stretched out forward in front of you, or you can have a slight bend in your elbows here. When you arrive in your most comfortable child's pose today, see if you can invite your eyes to soften and close. And we'll take a breath in community. So go ahead and empty all the air from your lungs. And then we'll take a nice slow deep breath in together, fill all the way up. And then open your mouth, exhale, gush out all the air, let it go. Feel your hips sink a little bit heavier toward your heels. Perhaps your heart comes a little bit closer towards the ground. And let's take another deep breath in through your nose, fill all the way up. And then open your mouth, exhale, sigh it out. Invite softness and ease into your face, your jaw, your shoulders. Relax your hips. Relax your back body, your belly. Take just a moment to scan your body from head to toe. Notice any areas that feel tense or tight. Any areas that may experience holding or gripping. And see if you can invite in a little more softness, a little more ease here. Perhaps you want to adjust and wiggle your hips slightly. Or maybe you allow yourself to settle in just a little bit more. Let's take another deep breath in through your nose. And this time, if it's okay with you, keep your lips sealed. Exhale out through your nose. Let's take another one just like that. Inhale in through your nose. And exhale, completely empty your lungs. Inhale, stretch your fingers out nice and long. Exhale, can you press your hips toward your heels just a little bit more? Take one more slow and steady breath in. And then exhale, crawl your fingertips over to the right this time. Lift your head. If you have a block there, you may need to adjust and move your block. Relax your forehead back down to the ground. Take a breath in, fill up. And then exhale, press your hips down. Feel a nice little stretch in your left side body. Inhale, bring yourself back through center. And exhale, crawl your fingertips this time over to the left. And take a breath in. And exhale, sink your hips back towards your heels. Feel a nice little stretch in your right side body this time. Inhale, walk your hands back through center. And then exhale, slowly make your way up onto your hands and knees. You can remove any props here. If you'd like to take the blanket underneath your knees for a little bit more support or cushion, feel free to do so. Your knees are underneath your hips, your wrists are underneath your shoulders. Inhale, drop your belly, lift your gaze for your cow pose. And then exhale, press into your hands, scoop and round through your back, tuck your chin toward your chest, tuck your tailbone underneath you. This is cat pose. If you'd like to add your feet into this, inhale, tuck your toes, drop your belly, lift your gaze for cow. Exhale, release your feet flat and scoop it back for cat. Create a lot of space between your shoulder blades here. Inhale, tuck your toes. Allow your belly to lower towards the ground. Lift your gaze. Pull your heart forward through your arms. And then exhale, scoop and round through your back for your cat pose. Find 3 or 4 more rounds of this cat and cow at your own pace and at your own breath. Of course, if you'd like to hold one cat or one cow, you're welcome to do so. And at any point, you're welcome to start to add in some organic movement that might feel nice for your body today. Perhaps you'd like to start to rock your hips off to one side and then the other. Or you could bend your elbows and start to circle your torso in barrel rolls. Or perhaps you'd like to walk your hands just a little bit further in front of your shoulders and start to make full body circles here. I encourage you to close your eyes and tune into what feels good for your back body, your spine. If you just woke up like me, I'm definitely feeling all of it in my back and hips and neck, so I would like to add some gentle neck movement here. And maybe you'd like to switch the direction of your hands, put your fingertips back towards you and just kind of roll out your wrists. Whatever you're doing, allow it to feel good in your body. It does not have to be symmetrical. Our bodies are not symmetrical, so do what feels good for you. But if you'd like to switch directions to even out on both sides, feel free to do so that as well. You have a couple more rounds of breath here. And then when you feel ready, you can return back to stillness. Wrists are under shoulders, knees are underneath your hips. Inhale, walk your right hand just a couple inches in front of your shoulder. Take a breath out. Really press your hands down into the mat. Inhale, reach your left hand up towards the ceiling, and then exhale. Thread your left hand beneath your right and allow your shoulder to hover off the mat. 2 more times just like that. Inhale, reach up towards the ceiling, sky. And then exhale, thread your left. Maybe it even wraps and gives you a little pat on the shoulder here. Inhale, reach up towards the sky. And then exhale, thread your left behind your right. Relax your shoulder and the side of your head down onto the mat here. If you'd like, you can always take a block, pillow, or support underneath your head and shoulder, if that would feel better for you. You can keep your right hand right here in front of your face. Walk your fingertips out long to the front of your mat, or take a bind behind your low back. This is your thread the needle. You're welcome to stay right here, or if you'd like, you could always start to tuck your right toes and straighten your right leg back behind you for a little bit more. Do what feels right for you. Notice where you feel sensation. Notice where you can soften and relax. Take one more slow and steady breath in. And then exhale. If you lifted your knee, go ahead and lower it back down. Return your right hand in front of your face. Inhale, push into your right hand. Sweep your left hand up towards the ceiling. And then exhale, lower your hand back down to the mat. Inhale, tuck your toes, drop your belly, lift your gaze for your cow pose. And then exhale, release your feet, scoop and round into cat. Inhale, back to a neutral spine. Exhale, extend your right leg long behind you. Toes are lifted up off of the ground. Your leg is about hip height. If this feels like enough work for you, you're welcome to stay right here. Inhale, draw your navel in toward your spine. Exhale, press your hands into the mat. If you'd like to add a little bit more of a balance challenge, you can start to lift your left hand. Thumb faces the sky. Your gaze is right at the ground right in front of you, so you have a nice long line of energy from the crown of your head to the base of your heel. You're welcome to stay right here, or if you'd like to flow, take a breath in, feel length through your body, and then exhale, bend your elbow and crunch towards your knee. Round through your back. Inhale, reach, lengthen your body, and then exhale, crunch it all together. One more time together. Inhale, reach, stretch, nice and long. And then exhale, bring it all together. Excellent. Inhale, reach. And then exhale, return your hand and your knee back down to the mat. If it feels nice, you may want to gently rock your hips from side to side. And then return back to stillness. Walk your left hand right in front of your shoulder, just a couple inches. Inhale, sweep your right hand towards the sky. Exhale, thread your right hand behind your left. Allow your shoulder to hover. Inhale, reach up towards the sky. And then exhale, thread it behind. Perhaps your hand comes up onto your shoulder to give you a little pat on the back. And then once more, inhale, reach up. And exhale, draw your right hand through and relax your shoulder and the side of your head down onto the mat. You can allow your left hand to stay here right in front of your face, or you can start to walk your fingers out long to the front of your mat. Take your left hand in your back right hip crease, back pocket, whatever feels good for you. If you'd like to add on here, you can start to tuck your left toes back behind you and lift your leg, or keep your toes grounded and just start to straighten your leg. Notice how this side feels. Is there any difference from one side to the other? Relax and soften through your face, your jaw. Take one more slow and steady breath in. And then exhale, return your left hand back in front of your face. Soften your knee back down to the earth. Inhale, push into your left hand. Sweep your right hand up to the sky. And then exhale, lower it back down. Excellent. Inhale, extend your left leg long back behind you. Toes point down to the ground. Your leg is about hip height. Exhale, press your hands into the mat. Draw your navel in toward your spine. Gaze is right at the ground in front of you. You're welcome to stay right here, or if you'd like to add more of the balance, you can inhale. Start to lift your right hand up towards the sky for your balance pose. Notice where you feel sensation. Are you clenching your jaw or holding your breath? See if you can soften and relax. You can stay right here and play with your balance, or if you'd like to flow, inhale, reach nice and long. Flex your foot towards the bottom of towards the earth. And then exhale, bend your elbow and your knee to kiss, or nose to navel. Inhale to reach long. Exhale, curl it in, scoop it round through your back. Think cat. Inhale, reach nice and long. And then exhale, curl it in. Inhale, reach out. And then exhale, return your hand and your knee down to the earth. Inhale, tuck your toes. Drop your belly, lift your gaze for cow pose. And then exhale, release your feet, scooping round through your back. Tuck your chin toward your chest. Inhale, tuck your toes. Exhale, press into your hands. Start to press into your toes, lift your knees off of the ground just an inch. Inhale, stay right here. Exhale, really press the ground away. Take one more breath in. And then exhale, lower your knees down to the earth. Check in with your hands. Make sure your hands are spread nice and wide. And you're really pressing into all 10 finger pads, and especially the thumb, pointer, and middle finger, and that webbing between the thumb and pointer finger. You really want to actively press those down. This will help to protect your wrists. Take a breath in. And exhale, push the earth away. This time, inhale, lift your knees up off the ground, just an inch. And then exhale, start to straighten your legs, send your hips up and back, downward facing dog. You can have a generous bend in your knees here. Inhale, bend your right knee and straighten your left. And then exhale, switch, bend your left knee, straighten your right. Switch one more time together. Bend into your right, straighten your left. And then switch again. Bend your left, straighten your right. You're welcome to continue here to pedal out your downward facing dog. Or if you'd like, you can hold static, or it might feel nice to just gently rock your hips from side to side. When you feel ready, inhale high up onto the balls of both feet, and exhale, tiptoe your way up to the top of your mat to find your hands. Inhale, bring your hands onto your shins or onto your blocks, halfway lift. Gaze is at the ground, crown of the head reaches nice and long, and your tailbone reaches back behind you. Exhale, bend your knees generously, allow your belly to relax onto your thighs, and the head hangs heavy here. Gaze goes between your legs. This is your forward fold. Inhale, slide your hands onto your shins or your blocks, halfway lift. Crown of the head reaches nice and long. Be mindful not to lock out the knees. There can be a soft micro bend here. Exhale, bend your knees and fold. Let's do that one more time. Inhale, hands onto shins or blocks, halfway lift. Draw your shoulders from your ears. Find length through your spine. And then exhale, bend your knees and fold. If it feels nice here, you may want to reach for opposite elbows and just find a little sway from side to side with your head and shoulders. And if you like, you may even want to start to make some figure 8 shapes with your arms. Allow your head to hang heavy. You may want to gently shake it yes and no. Release any tension or stress from your neck, your upper back, anything that you're holding onto. Just imagine it rolling off your back and onto the earth beneath you. Take another slow, steady breath in, and then exhale, release your hands down to the earth. Inhale, slide your hands up your legs and rise to stand. When you arrive, head comes up last. Exhale, roll your shoulders down and away from your ears. Feet are hip-width distance apart, or perhaps you'd like your feet together, wherever most comfortable. Inhale, sweep your arms to the sky. Exhale, soft bend in your knees as you start to fold forward over your legs, nice and slow. Inhale, find lift, halfway lift. Exhale, bend your knees and fold. And inhale, this time root down through your feet and press through your feet. Reach up towards the ceiling, rise up. Reach your arms to the sky, look up. And then exhale, draw your hands through your heart center. Take your feet slightly wider than your hips so you feel nice and stable. Inhale, sweep your arms to the sky. And this time, use your right hand, hold on to your left forearm, and start to bend over towards your right. Root down through both feet. Inhale, back through center. And exhale, switch your grip. So left hand to your right forearm and bend to your left. You may notice you want to get light in your right foot. See if you can really glue your right heel down to the earth. Inhale, back through center. 2 more times each side. Right hand to left forearm, bend to your right. Inhale, reach back through center. Exhale, switch your grip and bend to your left. Inhale, reach again to the sky, and this time you can stay with your left hand onto your right forearm and bend to your right, or perhaps you'd like to lower your right arm down your leg and reach your left arm up and over. Continue to spiral your heart open and press evenly through both feet. Inhale, bring yourself back through center. Exhale, switch your grip, bend to your left, or release your hand, your left hand down alongside your leg. Excellent. Inhale, reach both hands to the sky, and exhale, draw your hands to heart center. Reset so that your legs are underneath your hips, hip width distance apart. Bring your hands to your hips and just slowly start to rotate your hips in a circle. And if you'd like, you can take a wider stance if that would feel more comfortable on your hips. Everyone's anatomy is just a little different, so one thing in one body might not feel the same as in another body. So just kind of rotate your hips in a circle, and then go ahead and reverse directions if you haven't already. Relax and soften through your face, your jaw. Excellent. And then you can return back to stillness when you feel evened out on both sides. Now this time you're going to slide your right foot back behind you, so most of your weight is on your left foot, and just come onto your toenails or flat onto the mat. So your toes are really in there. And then you're just going to kind of circle your knee around, kind of rotate your foot in a circle. A little bit of ankle and footwork right here. And then go ahead and reverse directions. Excellent. Return back to stillness. Now slide your left foot back behind you. Toes are on the ground. You're on the shoelace side of your back foot. Most of the weight is in your right leg. And then again, just start to make circles with your knee. And rolling out your ankle, your foot. If you're like me, my toes are snap, pop, and crack right now. And then you can reverse that direction. Change the circles. Notice how this feels on your foot. And if it's hard, it's okay. It's not the most typical thing we do in a yoga class. It's just a little different. And then you can return back to stillness. Bring your feet right back underneath your hips. Inhale, sweep your arms to the sky. Exhale, gently fold forward over your legs. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. And then plant your hands down to the earth and step your feet back to a plank pose, top of a push-up. Your wrists are underneath your shoulders. Your knees are lifted. Your heels draw back. Option to lower your knees if you'd like. Inhale, draw your navel in toward your spine. And then exhale, see if you can press your elbow creases forward. Continue to keep your pointer finger and middle finger facing forward in the front of your mat. Let's take another breath in, really press the earth away. And then exhale, bend your elbows, keep them close to the body as you lower all the way down to your belly, nice and slow. Release your forehead down to the earth. This time your hands stay underneath your shoulders. Ground down through the tops of your feet so you'll feel your kneecaps lift slightly. And when you feel ready, inhale, lift your head and your chest up off of the mat. There's very little weight in your hands. This is your baby cobra. Exhale, release your head back down to the earth. You're welcome to repeat that or slide your thumb knuckles back to your lower ribs. Inhale, squeeze your elbows in towards your body. And then exhale, let out your breath. Inhale, press into your hands. Start to straighten your arms for your cobra pose. Option to press into the tops of your feet and lift your knees up off of the ground for upward facing dog. Exhale, tuck your toes and either come back through table and then send your hips up and back, downward facing dog. When you arrive, take a couple rounds of breath. In your downward facing dog, notice what it feels like to tuck your tailbone underneath you. Press through your hands. Create kind of a dome-like shape in your upper back. Take another slow, steady breath in. And then exhale, separate your feet wider than your hips this time. And then spiral your heels out to the side. Press your hands into the mat. Notice where you feel this stretch. Changes it perhaps just slightly in the backs of your legs. Relax any tension from your face and your jaw. Inhale. Step your heels back behind you. So take them from out to the side, back in. Inhale. Step your right foot forward about halfway up your mat. And then exhale. Step your left foot back behind you. Both feet are planted. You're welcome to come up onto the balls of your feet here. Take a breath in. And then exhale, bend both knees, draw your hips toward your heels. Inhale, straighten your legs. And then exhale, step your left foot forward in between your hands and crawl your right foot back a little bit closer towards your left. And then exhale, bend both knees. You're welcome to lift your heels if you like. Inhale, straighten your legs. And then exhale, step your feet together. Inhale, hands come up to your shins. And exhale, bend your knees and fold. Inhale, press through your feet, root down and reach your arms to the sky. Mountain pose. And then exhale, draw your hands through heart center. Release your hands by your side. Check to make sure your feet are right underneath your hips. Inhale, shrug your shoulders to your ears, and then exhale, roll them down and back. Palms are forward. Energetically spread your fingertips nice and wide. Allow your eyes to soften down or fully close if that feels comfortable for you. And take just a moment to notice how you feel. Perhaps you start to shift your weight over into your right foot, back into the front of your right foot, and then going over towards your left foot, and then back towards your left heel. So you're just starting to make a circle with your weight and noticing how the weight shifts in your feet. Go ahead and reverse directions. It's a very subtle movement here. And then when you feel ready, return back to stillness. Feel your weight evenly in both feet. Feel your inner arches lift. You may even feel your kneecaps lift slightly. See if you can draw your tailbone underneath you. Knit your lower ribs in. This is your mountain pose. Feel how you're rooted down into the earth. Take one more slow, steady breath in. Exhale completely. Inhale, sweep your arms to the sky. And then exhale, bring your arms right in front of you. Take a breath in. Exhale, bend your knees. Sit your hips back into a chair pose. Maintain that tuck of your tailbone, or bring your tailbone down towards the earth to remove that arch through your back, or not completely remove it, but reduce the arch through your low back. Your hands can be out here in front of you. You could bring them to heart center, or you could bring your arms by your ears, or cactus your arms, open up through your shoulders just a little bit more. Wherever you are, continue to knit your lower ribs in. So notice if your back wants to create that big arch. See if you can draw your ribs in, tailbone underneath you. Take a nice slow and steady breath in. And then exhale, straighten your legs slightly and fold forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Bring your hands to your hips this time. Inhale, rise up with a flat back. Excellent. Step your feet a little bit wider, a lot wider than your hips. Bring your arms out to a T. You can draw your heels in and your toes out this time. Take a breath in, and then exhale, bend your knees. They'll go in the same direction as your toes as you sit down into your goddess squat. Inhale, reach, straighten your legs, and then exhale, bend your knees. Excellent. Let's add the arms in now. Inhale, straighten. Reach your arms to this kind of 5-star shape. And then exhale, bend your knees, cactus your arms. sink down. Squeeze your shoulder blades together. You can create more of a W shape if that would feel better in your body. Inhale, reach to the sky. And exhale, sink down into your goddess squat. Maintain that nice neutral pelvis, tuck of your tailbone slightly in so you're not leaning forward and you're not arching through your back. Knit your ribs in. Excellent. Inhale, reach up, 5-pointed star. Exhale, sink down to your goddess squat. And we're here for 5. Feel the heat build in your legs. 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale, rise all the way to stand. Exhale, bring your hands to your hips. Inhale, turn your right toes to the top of your mat and your left toes slightly in, and then your heel is the farthest thing away from you. If you'd like to have a block here, you may want to place your block either by by the front of your right foot or behind your foot, wherever most comfortable. Inhale, extend your arms out to the horizon. Take a nice micro bend in your knees and reach forward towards your front of the space. And then exhale, allow your right hand to come down towards your leg or your block. And again, it can be to the outside or inside edge. Your left hand reaches up towards the ceiling. You can always take a micro bend here in your knees. Actually, it's better for you to not lock out your leg here and make your joints do the work, but instead keep that nice bend in your leg. This is your triangle pose. Feel the length from your 2 fingertips, from the top to the bottom hand. Feel the stretch through your left hip right here. Continue to spiral your heart open. If you'd like to flow, you're welcome to stay here, but you can flow with me. Take a breath in. And then exhale, bring your hands down to come touch each other. And then open and twist. Exhale, hands come together. And inhale, open and twist. One more time. Exhale, hands come together. And inhale, open and twist. Exhale, release your left hand to your left hip. Bring your gaze down towards your right foot. Inhale, bend into your right knee. Pick up your block. And then exhale, switch which hand the block is in if you're using it, and allow your feet to adjust. This time your right toes turn in and your right heel is the furthest thing away from you. And turn your left toes towards the front of your mat this time. Inhale, reach your arms to the sky, or to the horizon. And then reach to the back of your mat. Soft bend in your knees here. And then exhale, drop your block down to the inside or outside edge of your foot here. Inhale, sweep your right arm towards the sky. And then exhale, press your shoulder back. Again, continue to find that length through your fingertips. Sometimes you can imagine that there is a string right here on your middle finger, and it's lifting you up and out of your hips, out of your shoulders. Especially if we use a block, we often have a tendency to sink into our block. See if you can use your muscles to help lift you up and out of it for your triangle pose. And again, maintain that soft bend in your knees here. Take a nice, slow, steady breath in. And exhale completely. Your gaze can be at the ground in the middle or all the way up at your thumb if you like. Take a breath in. And exhale completely. Let's take one more slow and steady breath in. And then exhale. If you'd like to flow, bring your right hand down to meet your left. Inhale, open and twist. Exhale, close your hands together. Inhale, open and twist. Once more. Exhale, close your hands together. Inhale, open and twist. Excellent. Take a nice, slow, steady breath in. Gaze down at your left foot, bend into your left knee, and rise all the way up to stand. Bring your toes forward this time. Inhale, reach your hands to the sky. And exhale, interlace your hands behind your low back. Or hold on to your shirt. Inhale, draw your knuckles down to the ground. Open up through your chest. Exhale, soft bend in your knees as you start to forward fold over your legs. Hands can stay right here on your low back, or you can start to shoot your knuckles back behind you to make this a little more active. Or you could bring your arms up overhead if you'd like to notice and explore what sensations feel good in your body. Maintain a micro bend in your knees here and your wide-legged forward fold. And of course, at any point, you can release your hands down to the earth in front of you or on a block. Come back to your breath. Come back to where you feel sensation, and see if you can actively send your breath to those areas that feel tense or tight, or where you're holding or gripping. If your hands are behind your back, go ahead and return them down to the earth in front of you or on a block. Inhale, push into your earth, lift up halfway, reach the crown of the head forward, and then exhale, fold. Inhale, bring your hands to your hips, rise all the way up to stand. And then exhale, turn to face the front of your mat. Inhale, reach up towards the ceiling. And then exhale, bend your knees and fold. Inhale, halfway lift. And exhale, fold, plant your hands, allow your knees to bend, and come all the way down to the earth for a seat. If you'd like for a little bit more support on your back, you're welcome to take a bolster or blanket or pillow underneath your hips here. This will help to tip your pelvis forward and reduce how much effort your hamstrings are working, because your pelvis will tilt forward, so it makes it a little bit easier. You can always take a soft bend in your legs here. Extend your legs out long, give them just a little wiggle and shake. And then inhale, reach your hands to the sky. Exhale, soft bend in your knees. Start to fold over, allow your belly to come toward your thighs. So take your knees as high as you need to allow your belly to come toward your thighs. Hold on to your feet, or if you have a strap, you're welcome to use a strap around your feet here. And then one at a time, slowly crawl your heels forward until you can't go any further, and then your belly starts to separate from your thighs. Allow your chin to come towards your chest and round through your back for your seated fold. Breathe into those areas that feel tense or tight. Soften and relax through your face, your shoulders. Take one more steady breath in, and then exhale, let it go. Can you melt your heart just a little bit closer? Release your hands from your feet. Inhale very slowly, start to press yourself up. And then exhale, hold on to your knees and bend your knees one at a time and bring the bottoms of your feet together this time. Your knees out to the side. If you'd like, you can take blocks underneath your knees for a little bit more support. Create a diamond shape with your legs, so draw your heels further away from your body. This will target your outer hips, outer glutes. And then if you bring your heels in closer towards your body, this will target more your inner thighs and groin area. So you can choose what you'd like to work on today. Inhale, sit up nice and tall. Hold on to anywhere on your knees, legs, ankles, feet, whatever feels good. And then exhale, hinge from your hips. Notice how far you can go with a flat back. Perhaps it's not very far, that's okay. And then when you feel ready, take a breath in, find a little more length through your spine. And then exhale, you can fold and round over your legs. If you have extra props available, like a block or a pillow, you could take it on your feet or on your legs and make a place for your head to rest here. Whatever would feel good for you. Take another slow and steady breath in wherever you are. And exhale, empty your lungs completely. Inhale very slowly. Start to press yourself upright. And then exhale, extend your right leg long this time. Your left knee stays in. Inhale, reach your arms to the sky. Exhale, just to fold forward over your right leg. Your knee can bend here. Inhale, reach back up to the sky. Pick up your left knee this time, and you can either leave it right here. You can draw your heel in a little bit closer so that it's underneath your knee or just slightly ahead of your knee. Or you can take your left foot and cross it over your right. Flex your right foot back towards your face. Hug your knee in towards your chest. Sit up nice and tall. Really press your left big toe into the mat. You'll feel your inner thighs engage a little bit more. Continue to flex your foot back towards your face. Take your left hand back behind you. Inhale, reach your right hand to the sky. And exhale, either wrap your knee in towards your chest, or you could interlace your right hand between your left thigh and leg. Or perhaps you'd like to hook your right elbow on the outside edge of your left knee. Take a breath in, push into your back hands, find length through your spine, and exhale, twist. Take it. Another slow, steady breath in, and exhale completely. Inhale, bring your hands over this time to the right side, just for a little counter stretch. You can allow your left hip to lift. And then inhale, return your hips back down to the mat. Uncross your leg if it was crossed. Extend both legs out long, give them a little wiggle shake. Inhale, bend your right knee into your chest, and then allow your right knee to come out to the side. Inhale, stretch your hands towards the ceiling. And exhale, soft bend in your knees as you start to fold forward over your leg. Inhale, reach back up. And then exhale, bring your knee in toward your chest a little bit more, and it can stay right here. This is perfectly fine. Or you again can pick up your right foot, cross it over to your left, and then really press your big toe of your right foot down into the earth to feel your inner thighs connect and engage. Flex your left foot back towards your face. So wherever you are, take your right hand back behind you. Inhale, sweep your left hand towards the sky and wrap around your right knee. Either hug it in and twist, or again, you can interlace right here, hug it in that way, or your left elbow on the top of your right knee. Inhale, push into your right hand, help you find some length through your spine, and then exhale, start to peek back over your right shoulder. Stay here for another breath in, and exhale completely. Inhale, bring your gaze back to center and unwind, uncross your legs. Give your legs just a little wiggle shake. And then you can bend your knees and find a comfortable place. So perhaps your legs are crossed, or if you'd like to sit up on your legs, on your knees and shins, you can do that as well, wherever you're most comfortable. Or if you'd like, you can always have your feet flat on the earth and sit up nice and tall. Choose the place you'd like to be. Let's take a breath in through your nose, fill all the way up. And then exhale, allow your chin to come down towards your chest, stretch through the back of your neck. Inhale, draw your right ear towards your right shoulder. And exhale, chin to chest. Inhale, left ear to left shoulder. And exhale, chin to chest. Inhale, melt your right ear towards your right shoulder. And exhale, roll your chin down toward your chest. Inhale, left ear towards left shoulder. And exhale, chin to chest. You're welcome to move here at your own pace in this semicircle shape back and forth. Or if there's a certain spot that you'd like to hold and find a little movement, feel free to do so there. Or another option is you can imagine your nose has a paintbrush on top of it, and you're going to paint a big circle in front of your face with your nose. And you can start to make these big circles. And of course, if any place feels a little sticky or tight, you're welcome to pause there, hold out, or skip, whatever feels good for you. And if you're making these full circles, go ahead and reverse directions to even out on both sides if that feels good. feel evened out, return back to stillness. Relax your shoulders from your ears. Allow your eyes to soften down or fully close. Take a nice slow and steady breath in. And open your mouth. Exhale, gush out all the air. Let it go. And let's do that again. Take a nice slow deep breath in. And open your mouth. Exhale, sigh it out. Take just a moment to scan your body from head to toe. Notice where you're holding tension. Notice areas that feel relaxed. Try your best to do this without judgment. You're just checking in, seeing how you feel in your body today. And whenever you feel ready, inhale, stretch your arms up to the sky. And exhale, palms to touch. Bring your hands through heart center. Take a slight bow of your chin toward your chest. Allow your eyes to soften. Acknowledge all the effort, all the work that you put into your practice this morning, knowing that it was enough and that you are always enough. From my heart to yours, namaste. Thank you so much for practicing with me today. If you enjoyed this practice and you would like to see more content like this, don't forget to give this video a like, drop a comment down below letting me know, and if you don't want to miss videos in the future, be sure to subscribe. See you next time. Bye.